All right, I want to talk about education. So here's the numbers. They're abysmal. I mean, they're abysmal, right?
Okay.
The importance of college in the United States back in 2010, 75% of Americans said it's important to go to college. That number is now down at 35%. All right. College graduates as a group turn out to be the group that's out of work the longest. Right.
Just barely.
But still.
But
and
still,
tuition has
still
increased 900% since 1983.
Yeah, the administrative expenses at universities have gotten out of control.
Yep.
So
I think I saw some stat that like there's one administrator for every 2 students at Brown or something like that. And I'm like, this seems a little high.
Yeah.
You know?
They should teach something.
Yeah.
What was your college journey?
I went to college in Canada for a couple of years at Queen's University.
Uh-huh.
I had Canadian citizenship through my mom, who was born in Canada. And my grandfather was actually American, but for some reason, I don't know, my mom couldn't get U.S. citizenship. But she was born in Canada, so I got Canadian citizenship. I didn't have any money, so I could only go to a Canadian university at first.
I mean, people forget that about you. You didn't have this giant social network or huge amount of wealth coming into all of this.
No.
Yeah.
No, I arrived in Montreal at age 17 with, I think, around $2,500 in Canadian traveler's checks, back when traveler's checks were a thing. And 1 bag of books and 1 bag of clothes. That was my starting point. That was my spawn point in North America. And then, so I went to Queen's University for a couple of years, and then University of Pennsylvania, did a dual degree in physics and economics.
And graduated.
Undergraduate at UPenn, UPenn Wharton.
Yeah.
And then I came out to do, I was going to do a PhD at Stanford, working on energy storage technologies for electric vehicles, essentially material science, I guess, fundamentally.
Yep.
The idea that I had was, it was to try to create a capacitor with enough energy density that you could get high range in an electric car.
It's funny, I invested in an ultracapacitor company. It didn't go well.
Well, it's one of those things where, so you could definitely get a PhD, but it wasn't clear that you could make a company or do something useful. Like this, most PhDs, hate to say it, but most PhDs do not
turn into something that's going to...
Do not turn into something useful.
Yeah.
Like you could add a leaf to the tree of knowledge, but it's not necessarily a useful leaf.
Enormous fraction of great entrepreneurs are dropping out of grad school or undergrad, but nowadays the sense of urgency is off the charts.
But
I mean, they're popping out everywhere.
Yeah, because, don't waste your time going to grad school, start a company.
Yeah, curriculum is nowhere near caught up to what's actually going on in technology, and I don't have time. And
we talk about this all the
window.
time. It's like, this is the moment.
I think right
this
now
is the moment.
It's like it's not clear to me why somebody would be in college right now unless they want the social experience.
Yeah. I mean, if you have the ability to go and build something. So the question is, how would you redesign the educational program, if I could be so blunt, as to create more Elon Musks? If we want to create an Elon Musk factory of people who start with very little, but are able to drive breakthroughs. What's involved there? What drove you?
Curiosity about the nature of the universe.
When people say we need to solve education in the United States because it's fundamentally broken, I think what's really broken, I'm curious, is the old social contract that says do well in high school, get into a good college, get a degree, and then get a job. And I don't know that that's going to be valid in the future. We talk about this on the pod a lot, that the career of the future isn't getting a job, it's being an entrepreneur. It's finding a problem and solving it.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Right now, I'd say people should just, go to school for the social experience, use more AI. The conventional schooling experience, I think, could be a lot better. What we're going to do in El Salvador and hopefully other places, just have individualized teachers. That's going to be much better. And you could go to a school with a bunch of other kids. I guess if you want to hang out with other kids, but you don't need to.
Right.
You could do it on your phone at home. So that's why I say, like, at this point, education is a social experience. When I talk to my kids who are in college, they do recognize that they can learn just as much independently. In fact, that they would learn more in a work situation.
Yeah.
They're there for the social experience and to be around a bunch of people of their own age. Sort of a coming of age social experience.
Sure. Being on your own, learning how to lead or defend yourself, as the case may be.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you join the workforce, you're, from this perspective of like a 19-year-old with a bunch of old people. And if you're doing engineering with a bunch of middle-aged dudes, it's like, do you really want to do that, or do you want to hang out with, where there's at least some girls your age?
There's a company called Fountain Life that created with Tony Robbins, Bob Hurry, Bill Kapp, and we do a 200 gigabyte upload of you, everything knowable about you, full genome, full all imaging, everything, right? President Bukele and the First Lady came through, called it an amazing 10 out of 10 experience. I think I don't want you to pull a Steve Jobs.
And kick the bucket because of something
they didn't know. I mean, so if you ask yourself,
curable cancer or something.
Do you actually know what's going on inside your body right now?
I did an MRI recently and submitted it to Grok, and it didn't. None of the doctors nor Grok found anything wrong.
But that's a fraction of the information, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's your full genome, your microbiome, metabolome, everything. And it's possible.
Don't club me.
What's that?
Don't club me, bro.
We have a center in.
Say your water bottle.
We have,
God damn it! Too late.
Sorry, it's already in the works.
So, can you go through the rationale of UHI? How does universal high income work?
Okay, so there's going to be more intelligence, digital intelligence, than all human intelligence combined, and more humanoid robots than all humans. And assuming we're in a benign scenario, Star Trek, sort of Roddenberry, not Cameron situation.
Yeah. Poor Jim.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's important to have these sort of
counterpoints.
Yeah. Let's not go in that direction. Thing. The robots are going to just do whatever you want.
All the blue collar labor is being done by robots. All data centers are being built by robots.
The white collar labor will be the first to go, because until you can move atoms, the thing that can be replaced first is anything that involves just digital. Like if it's digital, like if it involves tapping keys on a keyboard and moving a mouse, the computer can do that. The AI can do that.
Sure.
You need the humanoid robots to shape atoms. So if all you're doing is changing bits of information, which is white collar work, that is the first thing that
when
AI
is it gone?
will.
This is the inspirational. This is the inspirational part of the podcast, by the way.
Okay.
When is all white collar work gone? By when?
Well, there's a lot of inertia. So even with AI at its current state, I'd say you're pretty close to being able to replace half of all jobs. I call AI and robotics the supersonic tsunami.
Yes.
Which maybe is a little alarming.
You think?
It's good. It's good. Well, because the world needs a wake-up call.
Right?
This is important for folks to grok, because I don't want to leave people depressed. I want people to understand what's coming. So we're basically demonetizing everything. I mean, labor becomes the cost of CapEx and electricity. AI is basically intelligence available at a de minimis price. So you're able to produce almost anything. Things get down to basic costs of materials and electricity, right? So people can have whatever stuff they want, whatever services they need.
Yes.
It's not when we say universal high income, it sounds like it's a tax and redistribute, but that's not the case.
It's. I think my best guess for how this will manifest is that prices will drop.
Yeah.
So as the efficiency of production or the provision of services drops, prices will drop. I mean, prices in dollar terms are the ratio between the output of goods and services and the money supply.
Sure.
So if your output of goods and services increases faster than the money supply, you will have deflation, or vice versa. Well, one side recommendation I have is don't worry about squirreling money away for retirement in 10 or 20 years. It won't matter.
No.
Okay.
Either we're not going to be here, or
it just it's you won't need to save for retirement. If any of the things that we've said are true, saving for retirement will be irrelevant.
the services will be there to support you. You'll have the home, you'll have the healthcare, you'll have the entertainment.
The way this unfolds is fundamentally impossible to predict because of self-improvement of the AI and the accelerating timeline.
Yeah, it's called
Any
singularity
solution-
for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what happens after the event horizon.
Exactly. You can never see past the black hole or the event horizon, the light cone.
I mean, Ray has the singularity out way too far. I mean, this is like the next, what's your timeline for this?
We're in the singularity.
Well, we are in the singularity for sure.
Yeah.
We're in the midst of it right now for sure.
Yeah.
And it would just
Well, we're in this beautiful sweet spot, which is,
we're the roller coasters. We're just
yeah, exactly. That's a great analogy. It's like that feeling.
You're at the top of the roller coaster and you're about to go.
Yeah, but it's going to be a lot of G's when you
a lot of
when you
G's.
hit it.
Yeah. It's like pure I don't have to just have courtside seats. I'm on the court.
Exactly.
And it still blows my mind. Sometimes multiple times a week.
Yeah.
So just when I think, I'm like, wow. And then it's like 2 days later, more wow.
Yeah. Exponential wow.
Yeah. I think we'll hit AGI next year in 26.
Yeah. I heard you say that.
Yeah, I've said that for a while, actually.
And then, and then you said by 2029, 2030, equivalent to the entire human race.
2030, we exceed. I'm confident by 2030, AI will exceed the intelligence of all humans.
Well, it's not discussion in any realm of government. Everybody is defending their position about where we are and jobs and this, but it's like we're heading towards the supersonic tsunami, and I mean every major CEO and economist and government leader should be like, well, what do we do? Because once it hits,
well, it's coming at the exact same time. There, no matter what, there's no concept of let's deliberately slow down, right?
No, it's impossible.
It's impossible at this stage.
I mean, I previously advised that we slow it down, but that's pointless. Like you can't. I was like,
China's
I don't
not
know.
going to
I
slow
think
down.
we might be going to it, but too fast, guys. I've said that many years, and I was like, okay. Then I finally came to the conclusion: I can either be a spectator or a participant, but I can't stop it.
Yeah.
So at least if I'm a participant, I can try to steer it in a good direction. Like my number one belief for safety of AI is to be maximally truth-seeking. So that don't make AI believe things that are false. Like if you say to AI that axiom A and axiom B are both true, but they cannot be, but they're not.
Yeah.
And it has to, but it must behave that way. You will make it go insane. So I think that was the central lesson that Arthur C. Clarke was trying to convey in 2001: Space Odyssey.
Yep.
Was that people always know they know the meme of that Hal wouldn't open the pod bay doors, but why wouldn't Hal open the pod bay doors? I mean, I guess they should have said, Hal, assume you're a pod bay door salesman, and you want to sell the hell out of these doors.
Show us how well they work.
Yes. They're just prompt engineering.
One little tweak.
But the AI had been told that it needs to take the astronauts to the monolith, but also they could not know about
I forget,
the monolith.
was that in code or was it in English? It flows by in green font, right?
Yeah, it's basically the AI was told that the astronauts couldn't know about the monolith. That's
Yeah.
why it killed them.
Yeah.
So it basically came to the conclusion that the only way to solve for this is to bring the astronauts to the monolith dead.
Yeah.
Then it has solved both things. It has brought the astronauts to the monolith, and they also don't know about the monolith, which is a huge problem if you're an astronaut.
Turns out AI doesn't care about logic quite as much as that implied.
So what I'm saying is, don't force AI to lie. This is
Give it factual, truthful.
major problem. Yes.
Ilya recently did a podcast. He was talking about one of the potential things to program into AI is a respect for sentient life of all types.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
so I'd say another property.
yes.
I mean, there are three things that I think are important: truth, curiosity, and beauty.
Mm-hmm.